Aloha and welcome back to Mystimon Saga, a world like no other, where people must live alongside and with mystical creatures, and where magic comes alive, under siege by forces beyond and within. I am your host, GM Seth, aka Seth R. Mitchell, and I am today once again joined by our players, Binary, Ada, Shadow, and welcome back, L.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah,
You have been very, very missed.
Thank you.
You
Excited to be back.
are, of course, going on vacation soon,
Yes.
so.
I'll be here and then I'll be gone again.
And then you'll be back the next session.
Yes.
And that's kind of actually why I specifically planned this episode to only last one session. Whether or not it goes that way, that's another story. But before we get started, Crystal has a problem. It started a couple of weeks back when she saw in the Callroom Times paper a story about a Daco that had wandered on stage at an orchestral performance in the Nobles District and is now just hanging around there. They've taken to calling it Meowtoven. And now she's seen reports of other Dacos in other places, such as one hanging out the Magi Guard station in the Precipice District. She worries that the Dacos on Fox Hollow Ranch are escaping somehow. She is calling on the help of everyone in Calroon to catch them and bring them back to the ranch. However, when she tried going to the Opera House to the Nobles District herself to bring the one they had named Meowtoven back, they told her they wanted to keep it, as it had become a big part of their shows. So please, if you see fit to adopt a Nako, please do. And together, let us bring all the Nakos home, wherever that may be. And we fade as we zoom in on Meowtoven, sitting in a chair next to a lady playing a flute, as it winks at the camera. And now on to the show, sponsored by Meowtoven. So, Crystal finally was able to procure copies of the Yaglani paintings that the Magi Guard tried to keep hidden. Didn't really turn out very well. They tried to keep them hidden, but Skinny still has connections, and she was able to get the paintings for you. She was able to get you the copies at least. Xulgoth, or whoever the Callroom Devil, stole the originals. So, there are a series of 7 paintings. They seem to be of the same sort of series. They have varying similarities to each other. They were painted by a Yagla about 200 years ago by the name of Da Vinci. And Crystal says, apparently, according to legend, according to everything we can find on the Black Aegis, these paintings should help you triangulate where exactly it is. So, it's on to you now. How do you think you want to go about this?
effectively the pixel, well, the paintings are going to be helping us try and pin down the source of all of this?
It's according to legend supposed to lead you to wherever the Black Aegis is buried.
What are the paintings of?
That's a very good question. They seem to be of the same kind of series, like I said. They seem to have varying similarities to each other. The your best guess as to what exactly this series is supposed to be depicting is probably the cataclysm or apocalypse.
Are they like various different locations during such, or are they of a specific location?
Make me a perception check. Any of you can
Right.
make perception checks.
Sure, why not?
And Cole is here as well, correct?
Yes.
Or was the door too small for him? Well, Cole's got it into the round.
Hey, we're not at the auction house. Where are we?
You are currently at Foxhole Ranch.
Okay, we're back at the ranch. Okay. I was going to make a joke about how like it's an auction house. They've got to have a service elevator that's big enough to bring all sorts of weird shaped furniture into it. And then I remember we probably are not at the auction house.
Yeah, Call. Just a side note, Call. As you arrived on the ranch, you got a very strange feeling. You've never felt like this anywhere that you've ever been. There's just something about the ranch that like gives you chills. And you also noticed that Kwoi set up a sign next to her garden saying specifically, "Call, keep away."
Damn. You love to be singled out.
Because Gola have that anti-magic field, and unfortunately, it tends to have a negative impact on plant life.
Okay.
She's just trying to
Don't worry,
be.
we'll get you a lot of silk flowers for you.
She's just trying to be very cautious. Despite the fact she knows that you could turn off that ability. She knows you can turn it off.
Yeah. I do think during this perception check of the like, do we have the physical portraits here, or are we looking at like images of the portraits?
You
Correct?
have physical copies of the paintings.
Okay, but they are copies, they're not the originals.
Yeah, they're copies.
Okay, this is less likely to work, but just in case, one thing he would do is like temporarily turn on his anti-magic aura, then turn it off just to see if the portraits get affected in any way, like if they change when no magic is around.
You're effectively flickering the field, pretty much.
Well, I'm not trying to cause a strobe effect on the photo, but yes.
Well, that seemed to be exactly the kind of effect that happens.
Ooh.
You love secrets.
Because as it turns out, someone, let's see. I don't know why exactly I opened Soma's sheet to look at the skills. Probably because of habit. Someone can make a crafting check.
Someone in specific or anyone can?
Anyone can make a crafting check.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so call Rat and Soma. You believe that this specific paint that was used. So you do know, according to Crystal, you do know that whoever made the copies tried very hard to replicate the exact feel of the paintings and everything. They tried very hard to replicate exactly everything that was used in the original paintings, all the way down to the actual paint. They couldn't get the actual paint that was originally used, but they were able to get something that was at least close. And the specific type of paint that was used seems to have a lot of latent missia in it. And that is what interacted with your aura.
Okay. And then, yeah, are they same place or different places?
Different places. It seemed to be specifically the Reds, for whatever reason.
Is there anything in, like, the background, like what would be the distance if you're looking at it, that could be seen in each of the images? Like, if, like, let's say you take a portrait of, like, one section of one city, and then a portrait of a completely separate city, but, like, in the background you can both see the same mountain.
Well, I forgot to actually settle the original perception checks. I am sorry about that, but Soma, and Call, you do notice that in each of the paintings there are different dragon lords that appear to be depicted, sometimes in the background, sometimes in the foreground. There's one in particular that catches your eye because this one doesn't have any of the dragon lords, but it does have a massive dragon sitting on top of perched on top of a rock. And you can make me an Arcana check. Specifically Soma and Kal.
Which one has the Dragon Lord of Death? Because that one I definitely pay very close attention to.
If you didn't bring it up, I was going to.
Okay, so that massive dragon and that painting that is perched on a rock, you actually are able to identify it. You only you, Soma, actually. You're like, that's Draclone, the elemental lord of chaos. According to legend, the 5 chaotic dragon lords and the 5 ordered dragon lords confuse into one massive beast. The 5 chaotic dragon lords confuse into Draclone, the elemental lord of chaos. And the 5 ordered dragon lords confuse into Dravars, I believe it was, the elemental lord of order. This one is Draclone. Oh, dear gods. Of course I did.
The goal
Yeah,
is to
water,
play
fire,
on my
heart.
fusion.
And with their powers combined.
Goal is to
What was the order one named?
I do believe it was Dravars, but no, it was Dravane.
See, I think it's it's much more entertaining if we imagine the Dragon Lords doing this.
Oh, gods.
just play on my freaking Luna
Well, now you have to verbally describe the meme.
So for those at home, imagine dragons trying to do Fusion Ha from Dragon Ball Z and just like tiptoeing towards each other and then pointing to the side with their fingers and then inevitably getting it wrong a couple of times and Draclone being like very large normally, but also like either like super old, like super round or otherwise, and it's just the roundest boy.
Yeah,
Oh
so they
my
pretty
gods.
much just did the freaking fusion dance from freaking Super Broly.
This is what I deal with.
Query: is Croson one of the chaotic or ordered dragon lords?
Chaotic.
Okay, I knew it. I knew it. Vindication. Just clinging to the tiniest thread of a connection between my natural one from 9 months ago.
Just the desperation of it.
Descending
Respect.
full bore into conspiracy theorists.
Also, you say that as if you haven't already delved into conspiracy theories ever since I got here.
100%.
Oh,
Well,
gods.
it's like ever since I've been
If-
here, you've been a conspiracy theorist.
If there isn't a specific location we can see in mind in all of them, with us seeing Dragon Lords and then Draclone, is there a specific place Dragon Lords are known to come from?
It depends on the Dragon Lord.
Okay, there's not any place that's like known as like a communal place Dragon Lords have gone to or otherwise.
What's
There is one place where all 10 Dragon Lords convened. And that turned into a very big disaster. And Ira can tell you all about that.
What it turned into doesn't change. It might be the best lead we've got right now.
And that was the Quatrica Islands. What you do notice is that this painting of Draclone shows Draclone perched on a sharp rock in the what looks like an island, a sharp rock island or islet, surrounded by water.
Does it look familiar? Does the landscape look at all familiar?
To you, yes.
And where is it? Like, is it a real place, or is it just like, oh, I recognize the shapes of that forest, like the kind of forest that is, kind of rocks.
Soma, you believe it could be some of the sharp rocks off the coast of Moana. Off the coast of Moana, right here. This is Moana, and you think it's some of the sharp rocks from around here.
So I think
there's a lot of that stuff around that region.
As cool as like hearing at this, and I don't know, are you talking out loud about trying to figure out whether this is a place?
I think for Cole it'd be a lot of silence, but eventually, like when he can't figure it out, he'll just make a brief mention of like the islands themselves.
And Ira will point out that the area where the battle happened, and we're actually advanced the day here. The area where the battle happened was Moana. She knows that because that's where her parents were. They were on vacation, and she says that she got separated from her parents at one point. I got separated from my parents at one point, and I thought they had both perished, and I was left all alone, and I caught a ride, snuck on a ship back to Almana, and that's where I met Crystal in Colroon. It's a miracle that my mom survived, but Dad, he died. So there seemed to be something about Moana. That's where they all convened. That's where they were all fighting.
There are spirits still around that area as well.
Not surprised. A lot of people died that day.
Ears perk up.
So, you think that painting in particular is pointing there, to around the Quartrot Islands, off the coast of Moana.
If we need to go there, I know someone who might be able to help us, or might be able to point us in the right direction, perhaps, or give us some more background.
Other paintings seem to show very different landscapes. Some paintings you think have a kind of wintry landscape. I should actually change the... There we go. Seem to have a very wintry landscape, so you're thinking maybe around here in Highwind? Or possibly Arctica. Way up north. Others is definitely a very more specific. Others seem to be pointing around northern Almana. Because they just show a lot of sand, a lot of desert. There is a big desert in the center of Atlantia here, but it's more of like the craggy kind, not sand. Not like northern Almana. So think of it like Nevada desert, Egypt. And another area that you can see in the background of some of these paintings, or at least one of these paintings, is somewhere in Olympus. There's one in particular that you are not able to really discern exactly where it is. Because you were seeing a lot of ancient structures in the background here, and they're of an architecture you've never seen before. But as soon as Crystal sees that one, she says, "Oh, I think I know where that is." Izari. No one lives there. Crystal says, I wouldn't actually advise trying to where are we here? I wouldn't actually advise trying to move there.
Why not?
Oh, Kyrane's friend Ray seems to really like that place. And Iris says, I don't think I would call him her friend.
Who is this?
You haven't met him yet. And Iris says, thank the gods you haven't.
Please unpack. Why is it bad to go to Izari?
Crystal says, Ray's is a trickster. He will mess with you. He will manipulate you. He will play tricks on you. And he drives Kyrene absolutely insane. According to her, supposedly, Ray's actually took all of the artifacts out of the Magi Guard vaults and spread them to the four winds.
Well, if that is the case, perhaps it is to Izari that we should go, since we are in fact looking for where the Black Aegis is. Although, was it not one of the ones that was? I don't remember, because I wasn't actually the one who collected the information about the Black Aegis. That was Andreven. But part of it, there was like something about that happening, but was the Black Aegis part of that, or was it not?
No, it wasn't, because the Black Aegis was never in the Magi Guard's custody at any point. They have records of it, but only to the point of they've heard of it, but they've never been able to track it down. That is one of the artifacts that they were never able to track down after the Relic War.
So for quick explanation for Rat and Ada. And I don't remember how well you remember this either, Binary. So for Cool as well, though Bastille might remember. Years and years ago, there was the artifact war, and all of these artifacts that were probably created by the alchemists were locked up in the Magi Guard's vault, and a few years ago they were all stolen and scattered around. The Thieves Guild have been claiming and trading some on the black market, and the Order of the Cataclysm, I think, has also been collecting some of them.
They were. They're
were.
no longer in operation. They were shut down
no
by the
longer in-
tribunal.
Okay, but Morpheus is still out there.
Morpheus was killed. He's dead.
Oh, okay.
He was beheaded by
He's probably
one of the
dead.
tribunal.
Okay, got it. So probably
Look, you
dead.
say that, but cults always find a way.
And then let me see if I have on my other page something else about this, because I had some follow-up notes.
Because as far as I remember, cultists are like a hydra. You cut off one head, 3 more come up in its place.
Fortunately, in the case of the Order of the Cataclysm, the tribunal were able to work with the Magi Guard and take them all out.
And as long as no one was on the inside for that cult within the tribunal of the Magi Guard, I'm sure they got it. But
Does any I want to ask Crystal, since I guess she's here too. Kyrene's last confrontation was his name Florius?
Florius. That's
Florius?
that's how she knows him. That
Yes.
is Xulgoth, and that's just how she knows him. Xulgoth has had numerous different personas over the years.
Her last confrontation with him was in the Quatracan Islands. Where was it?
She was actually... Guess where that is?
Is that where the underwater stuff was?
Deptara Trench.
Okay.
This specifically is Deptara Trench.
Okay, scratch that then. But still, interesting. All right. Scratch that as a theory. Okay, yeah, so that's just the background of the Black Aegis. It is still out there, so these paintings, I guess, should probably still work. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
They should work.
Unless somebody's made a faulty copy.
Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that's not the case. Otherwise, we're going to have a very short episode here.
Even if we get to these islands.
Well, good night, everybody.
Even if we get to these islands, does people have a means of locating this object?
Elle, where do you get these memes?
Depths of my subconscious.
The depths of your subconscious. I think I love your subconscious.
There's a bug in here. There's a bug in here. That's a great point, Bastille.
that was cool.
That was cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard the gravelly voice and I thought it was
No, it's okay. So the main difference is Bastille's like less deep than Cole and very monotone.
Okay. Cole has a point then.
Bastille
So-
hasn't succeeded any of his checks, so he's truly just kind of standing there.
So,
Oh, buddy.
Soma, as you're looking through these paintings, make me a perception check. Oh, God. Hey, that looks a little like Kawhi.
Oh, bad. My perception check was bad. I was distracted by the painting.
Soma, as you're kind of, I don't know, you're kind of like flipping through the paintings. You have them kind of set up on the table, on the coffee table, on the.
How big are they? I was assuming they were very large, but I guess that's wrong.
They're not that large. They're like. They're big enough that you're that you're able to put set them on the table, and you then at some point set down like 5 of them, and you have 2 of them kind of raised up, and you're kind of looking between them, and you suddenly notice. Because the sunlight is coming from the window just behind you, you suddenly notice just on the other side of the room, on the wall, there looks to be some sort of diagram or something. You're not sure what. That it is kind of. Your thinking is coming from the sunlight shining through the paintings.
It looks. Do these make some kind of shape to the rest of you? And I kind of hold them up near each other. And gesture towards the wall.
Yeah, you're seeing some kind of strange markings. They look like they look like sort of a diagram, or you're not quite sure, on the back wall, and like the little spot of sunlight.
Okay. Can I do something really stupid that's probably not actually allowed by the rules of the spell?
Oh God!
What?
I love it when you do that, Elle. I love it when you do that.
I want to use Mad Monkeys to make all my monkeys hold up the.
You know what? Go for it. Do it. Yes.
I'm fully willing to burn this spell to do this.
Foul ingenuity.
And in a few seconds, Crystal is going to regret leaving the window open. Because as you summon those monkeys, suddenly a few monkras come through the window and join them.
It's like they literally just freaking Rainbow Six Siege charged breach a fucking window.
There's like 2 or 3 monkras that just hop through the window, and Crystal's like, "Who left the window open?" And Iris says, "What? It's a hot day. What do you expect?" It's 28.9C.
The temperature here.
It's 29C. It's a hot day. Or it's kind of a warmish day. I don't know what. Let's see. 29 Celsius to Fahrenheit. 84.2. Yeah, it's kind of a warmish day. At least to
world
me, who
uses
lives in
Celsius,
Washington.
But you know Fahrenheit? What, do you think we just wouldn't address them?
Not exactly those. Those could be your bad monkeys, but the
That's what I
monkeys
meant,
are more
yeah.
like chimpanzees.
Oh, great.
And the monkeys have come through the window. Crystal's arguing with Ira over why she left the window open, and Crystal says, "Remind me to put in air conditioning."
Either that, or maybe some ice magic would actually be useful about now.
Ira says, "Oh, did you say ice magic?"
I mean,
She
hey,
starts to
ice
summon
is fine.
she starts to summon a cast a freaking snowball in her hands.
There you go. Are you cool? Aren't you cooled down now? So the diagram, about that diagram.
Yeah. So, you notice that they seem to be a little jumbled up, and apparently this Dako, wants to play. Do you want to play?
Hi, Carrie.
Kari.
Sorry.
Sorry is the DM now.
As is usually the case with Dakos.
I'm just thinking of the being Katakoi, like archetype.
Anyways, they seem to be a little jumbled up.
If we put the portraits instead of like side by side in any sort of order, if we instead put them all in a row, is the light able to go through each of them?
Yes.
Ooh.
Does it form something then when they're all in a row?
Still a little jumbled up.
Okay.
But you're starting to think that it might be literally a map. So you might just have them in the wrong order.
Right. I direct my monkeys following Cool's suggestion.
With
Oh, please. Leave
the-
one of them alone.
I know this isn't exactly a message, so if this doesn't work, let me know. That's fine. But with clean contents, I can decipher writing on a message that's only partially glimpsed, upside down, reversed, or even sealed. Would Bastille potentially be able to decipher this with only partially seeing the information?
Not in this case, no.
Okay, that's fine.
So, someone's going to order the bad monkeys and the monkras to.
Well, the monkeys, I assume, aren't helping.
They are helping. They are helping.
Quote unquote helping. Just like Kari is helping UGM.
Yeah, as she's digging
so I guess,
around
like,
where she shouldn't
try and
be.
get them to move around, reorder themselves.
Yep. And as they do that, suddenly an image starts to take shape. And you think, looking at what this looks like and looking at a world map, which luckily you actually have a world map here because it's actually This is the same table where this big world map has been laid out for a long time with all these packs marking different spots where reports have come in from. Mostly around Atlantia. You seem to notice that the landscape and everything seems to match along, you think, the Nile River here in Almana. And you see an X. X marks the spot. It seems to be right smack dab here. And suddenly, as Crystal sees that, as she kind of sees that out of the corner of her eye, as she's arguing with Ira here. She sees that out of the corner of her eye, and she's like, "Oh shit! Not that place."
What is there?
That is the location of a an underground ruins or some type. That actually the tribunal and I actually traveled through at one point in order to get to Ruby Port, which was right around there on the coast.
Right around where? Right around like here?
Right around here.
No, here. Oh, is that where the other Watcher house was? Not the Watcher house. Yeah, not the Watcher house, but the place that guy ran to. Was that Ruby Port?
No, not Ruby Port. That was Agrabah, and I think Agrabah is closer to around here.
Closer to here.
Yeah.
Further south. Okay.
Yeah, a little
never mind.
further south. It was an underground tunnel system, and if I remember correctly, there were a lot of ancient hieroglyphics of some type that even my friend Deanna Reese, who was with us at the time, even she couldn't translate them. She had no idea what they were. And I always thought that was strange because she's something of an archaeologist. She's like a nerd with that stuff. That's odd that it would be there.
Perhaps not that odd. It is. If what you say is true, it those this could have been hidden there.
I mean, there didn't seem to be anything related to the Igla there. Why don't you head out that way, and I'll see if I can get in touch with my friend. These days, getting in touch with Diana has been a little hit or miss. And Lorena says, I shall accompany you, if you'll have me. Don't worry,
Why not?
Don't worry, I'll try not to conduct any more experiments. Clearly, the last
Someone
one
gives
went.
her the fisheye.
Oh right. What's the time frame? Because if I remember correctly, I gave her sludge.
Oh, I've done plenty of. I've done a bit of testing on that sludge of yours, and um, it's very unusual. I think it has something to do with the void. It seems very voidish.
Yeah, it was the sludge of the manifestation, like a shadow of the Hydra thing. Can't remember exactly what it was.
Hydra.
Hydra. Okay. Thank you.
Wait. This is the sludge that came out of Hydora and not the sludge that came out of the Void Terror.
This was the sludge that came out of.
Void.
Oh yeah, it was the Void Terror. Yeah.
Yeah, the Void Terror sludge. Okay, thank you. Can't remember if I get both or if I got the other one.
It did. You did actually get some sludge off of the Hydra manifestation.
Yeah, because I don't know, thought it would be a cool idea.
Just in case, since there was some magic on these portraits, even though they're not the original.
Just in
That's
case, Lorena should
going
probably not cast any more rituals like that.
I mean, nothing happened.
Bastil's gonna do his free cast of See Invisibility and see if there's anything not initially seen on the portraits.
Hold on. Crystal says nothing happened. There was plenty of damage in the housing district in Kalrun that would say otherwise.
Yeah, you got a point there. I'm just trying to be nice.
You don't see anything with See Invisibility.
Okay.
And Loretta says to Crystal, I promise I'll try to behave myself. If I don't, someone will stop me.
How many people have access to these portraits?
Right now, just you and whoever stole the originals.
So it's a race.
Yeah, probably. Better head out then.
Better head out.
Good thing we have a good trusty driver, Ida, over here.
Well, actually, I would suggest taking the airship. Because you have to fly over the mountains.
Ida better.
But does Ida have her pilot's license?
Yeah.
Look, if you don't trust me with a freaking ground vehicle, you're sure as hell not gonna trust me with an helicopter.
I mean, I
See,
do.
this is
What are you talking
this
about? There
is-
are less obstacles in the air.
and look,
The only thing I know how to actually freaking pilot is a broomstick.
the biggest point in your favor is that you don't drive drunk. Our pilot does. It's very scary.
What, you want me to be
Cool.
the voice of
What?
reason up there?
That's a perfect item for him.
Seriously, you want me to be like, what, the voice of reason for the drunkard?
If it'll make you feel better, Crystal says, you could have Ida co-pilot.
Sadly, I think it would.
And I have no idea whether to take that as a compliment or an insult, but I'll take it as a compliment.
It's fine.
So, you head out.
Will I fit?
Kawhi and Ira are going to stay behind because they have wedding planning to do. Oh boy. And Crystal is already complaining about how much it's going to cost. The financials of running an organization like the Wayfarer Society would drive anyone insane. So, you head out, and you make it there mostly without incident. There's a point there where, as you're starting to land, where Rune starts to bring the airship down along the Nile River, and then suddenly Hamroxes leap out of the river up, and she veers off to the side just in time for the Hamrox to not catch a wing or something. And she then, she sells it back down, she then says, I forgot Hamroxes travel upriver this time of year.
What are Hamroxes?
Hammerhead sharks.
Ow.
With spikes along their bodies, they actually can travel through sand, dirt. They can travel through the earth as well as the water.
Oh.
Very scary.
Can I be like, can Rat be posted up with like a gun ready to shoot at them? Or no?
Well, now that you know that they're there in the river, you could have a gun ready in case one decides to leap out at you again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But you managed to land without incident after that little bit of a scare. And you hop out and head towards what looks like just these stairs that lead down into the bowels underneath the sand. And you're like, you wouldn't have even known it was there if you didn't have a map pointing you directly to this. And as you head down, you probably want some light. Who has dark vision? Who doesn't?
I do.
I believe I do as well.
Both of my characters do.
I think Ada only has low light vision.
So Ada is going to have a problem. And actually, Soma, you only have low
Yeah, I
light vision
actually
as well.
don't. Yeah, I only have low light.
So Soma's going to have a bit of a problem too. You're going to need some light. Luckily, your investigator's pack comes with a lantern.
I was gonna say, light some lanterns.
I was gonna say.
And I was about to say, if anything, I could more or less try and channel elements as well and using the file element to basically act as a makeshift light.
Or you could just use the lantern that came with your investigator's pack. That's what it was there for.
Oh, crap. Sorry. Misclick.
Either way, it's a good thing.
So, turn on your lanterns and head down into the darkness.
As we are moving, Bastill will have his Eidolon out, and Cole will enter his dreamlike trance and keep a what is it? A vision of foresight on hand. Or sorry, daydream trance and vision of foresight on hand.
Okay. So,
Nah.
So, you travel through these tunnels. They seem to veer around, and at several points, you find some forks in the path, but a couple of hallways are like completely blocked off because of cave-ins.
Ooh.
And so that made it slightly easier. And you also notice, as you look along the walls, you also notice those ancient hieroglyphics that Crystal told you about. And let's see here.
There's specific language there in?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, no one can translate them. Yeah, no one can translate them. You have no idea. I clicked on Selma first because I thought she might have it.
Might have what? Oh, well, that'll probably tell us.
One
so
of the
never mind.
ancient languages.
No.
So you have absolutely no idea.
See.
Oh, that's where my vision is. Huh. Okay.
So you can't translate these hieroglyphics. You have no idea what they say, and you have no idea what language it is.
I would, however, like to touch the wall and cast object reading just at a regular. We've had a long rest since
Yes.
everything ridiculous happened, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
Resetting my Mystica. Just at a regular level, just kind of to get a sense of whether somebody else has passed through this way before us.
As you do, you feel like something's blocking you.
Oh. You've finally done it.
I typically wouldn't do that.
No, that's fair. It's fair. It's fair. There's like 12 of us between everybody's characters and the extra NPCs we have along with us. And at least 2
Actually,
have
it's right
reading.
now. It's right now just 5 of you and Lorena, so 6.
So quick question. Can I have taken some time to meditate with Zeal this morning to try and remove one of my omnipresent stress points?
Sure.
Okay, will save.
Yes. What's that? 31. Yep.
Apparently.
You lose a stress point.
Yay. Now I'm just only mildly stressed.
Just mildly stressed. Oh, by the way, you do have Lorita with you. She could take a crack at deciphering these ancient hieroglyphics.
There we go. I pull my hand back from the wall and look over at Bastille and say, I'm blocked. Has that ever happened to you?
There was blocks on some of the things we were attempting to read during the murders. There was not blocks on the window, which was how we were able to find the path to follow. But on the body and similar, there were blocks then by Xulgoth.
But this feels different. Very different. And Lorena looks at the hieroglyphics and she says, I think these have some similarity to the language that I have since associated with the Zerathi, but also quite different, quite distinct.
The Zerathi are...
Oh,
Bless you.
bless you.
Thank you.
They're nasty creatures. You don't want to meet them.
Are they the lizard fish people you told us about?
Yes. Very nasty creatures.
Well, upon hearing that, Rat will pull out his gun. Sort of thing.
So, but then Lorena is attracted to hieroglyphics on another wall down a different hallway. And she says, these ones are different, though. These are not in any way related to those ones. Those ones over there, I don't know, might be ancient Sarutian, which seems odd. These are very distinct. And I think there's only one place I've seen them before. This may be the way this may be the way we need to go.
Were you able to convey any of the message? I might be able to decipher it if I did part of it.
Not really, but I have never really studied this language before. I think, don't hold me to this, my theory is this might be the language of the alchemists.
And then, once again, just in case, we're going to go ahead and put up my T invisibility for Bastille, since I can just hold that for a bit.
You see what looks like a conduit hidden along that same wall that she says the hieroglyphics there might be of the alchemist language.
Does that conduit look like it could be the cause of the interruption of object reading?
You're not sure.
Well, I pointed out its location either way. And it's like obviously like a magical conduit, right?
Yeah. It looks like it's going down. It's leading down the wall toward down that hallway.
Okay. I pointed out its path, Basil, and then Cole will ask if he should disrupt the conduit to see if the words get affected in any way.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I think we're supposed to follow it.
Very well.
As you follow that hallway, you follow that conduit, you finally make it to a chamber. And who is what is the party order here? Because this is a narrow hallway, and plus Bastille and Cole are kind of large. So
Well,
I would say you're probably single file.
Still.
Huh?
I said Bastille's luckily still a medium creature, but Cole definitely.
Yeah.
Is Cole the one who casts see invisibility?
No, Bastille did. Cole would be leading the way. Bastille, either the second or third, so that he can guide where the.
That's what I was gonna say.
And who is last? Who is
If
picking up
nothing
the
else,
rear?
maybe the Eidolon.
I think if Bastille would allow, probably Rat, just in case, just to watch over the backs of Soma and Ida.
Yeah. Let's put the squishies in the middle.
Yeah.
Either way, Eidolon's further in the back, even if it's not at the far end, just so that it's got access to that side.
As you enter this chamber, as Cole enters this chamber, seems kind of dark and everything. Nothing really is happening. Bastille enters. Nothing's really happening. Then you get down to Soma. Soma, as you come into this chamber, suddenly everything lights up. The conduits all along the walls suddenly all light up. And this big stone pedestal at the center of the chamber lights up, and you see these 9 crystals that are arranged in a random pattern. And this hologram off to the right of this stone pedestal lights up. And this swirl of wind suddenly appears around you, Soma. And Lorena is looking at you, and she says, Soma, you're a guardian.
What? I'm like trying to pull my hair. All of my like scarves and charms are like swirling and smacking me in the face, and I'm just trying to like pull everything down and like my scarf has fully covered my face. So I'm like clawing it out of my face. I'm sorry, a what?
What do you mean Soma's a guardian?
As the wind dies down, she says it again. Soma, you're a guardian.
What is that? What is this place?
And more importantly, what does that mean?
Well, I'm afraid it means Xulgoth will be very interested in Soma now. Based on what I've heard from Crystal.
And is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
It's going to be a bad thing that Xulgoth's going to be interested in her.
Well, fuck.
But it's a good thing for us.
Well, fantastic.
Guardians are, according to legend, protectors of the balance. The balance between light and dark and such. And could be the only thing standing between us and stopping the Ancient Ones.
So like one of those whole ultimate weapon spiels that's also one of those metal scale thingamajigs that you use for weight distribution. Nice.
Yeah, but we need all 9 of them.
Okay, then we've got 1 down, 9 to go.
Well, Crystal's a Guardian too, and so is Kwai and Ira.
Okay, wait, so how many do we actually have now? 5?
4 or 5.
Okay, then at the very least, that's 4 down, 5 to go. Or at most, 5 down, 4 to go.
Yeah. Based on the swirling wind, based on the windstorm just now, I would say she's probably the Guardian of Wind.
Hey, Aelbone Guardian, let's go.
Meow.
Spirit Sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast that guy. I don't know if it will help. I just want to see if there's anything else in this room that this will reveal.
Hey, I have that as an ability. Neat.
Neat.
And
You
I
don't
have something into it in the form of detect magic.
Ooh, yeah, help.
You don't sense any spirits around, but detect magic is like pinging off the charts.
Oh,
There is a ton of Mystia in this room.
Oh, geez, like, boy, I haven't been exposed to this much Mystia ever since, play high school years. Damn.
Wait, how old are you, Eden? I mean, not to be rude. He like puts his hat on his chest.
In normal human years, about 26. Why?
Oh. Okay, never mind. Puts hat back on.
Yeah, but then again, say aging is a lot weirder than human aging, so take that with a grain of salt.
So, I am going to change the scene here. This is the battle map, but there's a reason we're on this scene. You see all of these book-like icons? Just pretend all of those are the lit up now crystals on that stone pedestal.
Wait, is there supposed to be something on this map? I just see a gray grid.
You should be able to see it.
Yes, I do like.
Yeah, just gray for me.
And I was about to say just a bit more of a minor / random thing, but that entire fucking bit of high school dialogue and me thinking of our age, that was entirely improv.
Nice.
Yeah, because I just always imagined like she was basically just the one that has like these crazy as hell stories, but just no one knew enough time to tell them.
You should be able to see them. How did I set it up on here? Yeah, it's the same way. You should be able to see them.
What can I tell you, bud?
Also, why is there 45
oh.
stress?
Everyone,
Oh, no, that's
click
Mystia.
on the journal
that's
notes icon. It looks like a ribbon. Click on that.
Okay.
And then you see over here this little tack toggle notes display.
Yeah. No.
Why isn't this
No.
working?
Sorry.
Apologies. It's not seeing it too.
Yeah, it's like we are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
Is it named a specific note? Like, should we like search the journal for it?
Is anything showing up now?
No.
Nope.
What the? Why does Foundry have to be so weird about this?
Let me try to refresh.
Well,
Because
it says I don't own any token with vision in this scene. I wonder if that matters. Oh, there we go. Now I have a token. I still can't see anything.
Because I took them all off.
Oh.
But that doesn't matter on
If it helps, it's now a lighter shade of gray.
It doesn't matter on the Mind Palace, though.
Oh, should we be in the Mind Palace?
Don't go to the Mind Palace. I mean, you can see all the notes there.
Yes.
Yeah, we can see all the
Yes.
notes in view.
That's what I was asking. Is the note under a specific name in the journal? Because I could try searching the journal or codex for it and see what comes up.
I was trying to visualize a puzzle here.
Ah.
Oh no.
Don't imagine it's a
Character has-
puzzle we can do without visual cues.
The character has small brain. He won't help.
Oh, there's one now. I see a journal note now. It says star 1. Aha.
Okay.
Star 2.
I have a star 1
Anybody
through
else seeing
9.
these?
Yeah, star
Yeah,
1
please,
through 9.
1 to 9.
But those were in the journal notes already.
Yeah, I created those to visualize the puzzle.
Oh, but if we open star 1 through 9, there's nothing in it, just the word star 1 through 9.
It looks like you're going to all need to put your tokens on the map because apparently it's something specific with the way I have the battle map set up.
Okay, now I see it.
There we go.
You don't need to open it. It was just...
Okay.
just to visualize the puzzle.
Okay.
So you actually should be able to move these around. So let's put rat on here.
Oh,
Suddenly they disappeared.
Excellent.
So far, I haven't been able to move it.
So for that one, go into your journal notes, toggle notes display, and then use select notes. You should be able to move it around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
you said select notes.
Yeah.
See.
It's the top one.
A little square.
Okay.
Squares.
I see.
So,
Thank you.
as you move them around, you notice that it corresponds with a star on this hologram to the right. This hologram to the right appears to be an image of the night sky. And all of these little crystals seem to correspond with a star on that image.
Oh, wait a minute. I think this is like one of those like sorting games that you tend to do whenever you're bored and waiting for something to happen. Maybe we're supposed to organize it from like biggest to smallest.
You saw things when you're bored?
How many Dragon Lords are there?
10.
Is that including the one they combine into?
There's 5 of
No.
each, and both of the 5 combine into 1 apiece, so that's 12 technically, but the 2 remainders are elemental lords, not dragon lords.
But you do see nearby to this stone, this pedestal, you do see next to it a stone slab with hieroglyphics that Marina is trying to parse, and she says, "I think it says on wings of flame, storm, frost, hydro, life, death, wind, soul, mind, and earth."
The flame, storm,
Frost, hydro, life, death,
hydro, life, death,
wind, soul,
wind,
mind,
soul,
and earth.
mind, and earth.
Wait.
Yeah.
We are missing star 7, by the way.
Should it be here?
And it's like kind of like
6,
Ada is kind of repeating that kind of like slight kind of
There
translation
it is.
to herself and kind of like counting on her
Appreciate
fingers. And blaming. That's 10. Nine things heal. We have 10 things from that thing.
You have 10 points of light here. You have 9 points of light here. 9 points of light.
And like, are we supposed to organize them with how the tablet lists them? Like, find the one that's supposed to have file false, and then go from there.
So the crystals are the things that are lit up, or what you
Yes.
labeled star.
Yeah.
Where are they in the room?
They're on this stone pedestal that sits at the center of the room, and right to the right of it is this hologram of what looks like an image of the night sky. And as you move these crystals around, they seem to correspond with a star on that image of the night sky.
Which is moving as we move the crystals around.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's one of those puzzles.
Are there stars in the image that don't?
Stars in the image that don't move? Yes.
Does this world have like a North Star equivalent?
Yes.
Is that in the image?
No.
There is no Kenjiro.
The one
Are
thing
there
that
any?
first,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, first thing that popped in my mind was the domains of Mystia magic that works here in this world. But that's it. Like 9 stars, 9 domains. That's what I'm thinking. That's my line of thinking.
There's
Just move them out of the
7
way.
domains, right? Because there's also mind and
Yes, there's 7 main crystals, 7 main colors, and then 2 of them have like 2 different elements associated with them. Like water is hydro and frost, and element
Oh,
is
got it.
both flame and
Yeah,
storm.
like basically sub elements, pretty much.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that's my line of thinking. But my character wouldn't think that at all. He just think these crystals would be pretty.
But there's 9 crystals, but there's 10 items in the list.
And so
Are
that
the
must mean
crystals?
one.
Sorry, go on.
And so that must mean they were either missing the full step, the last step, or something in between.
Are the crystals like all the same color?
Yes, they are glowing a very light blue.
Glowing a very light blue.
Are there any recognizable constellations within this hologram?
No.
Can we make a recognizable constellation with 9 points of light?
I assume we can. I assume that's the goal.
But then comes the question of what constellations do we exactly make heal? Because we can't exactly just make Aquarius.
That's why I was asking relative to the like North Star and things like that, but there is nothing to indicate where in the night sky we are.
Well, what I was asking is what constellation do we know of has 9 stars in it specifically?
For that you can make an occultism check.
Can I cast magic on one of these things?
Just magic in general.
No, this spell specifically. Where is
32.
Whoa.
Ouch!
Just
Oh,
kill it dead.
So Soba, you have the best roll. You believe there are actually at least a few constellations. But one that kind of jumps out at you is Dragon.
Oh, there we go. Try and draw that one. Which I imagine actually kind of looks something like this.
Keep in mind the Dragon Lords are Wyvern style.
Sure. Because that's always a concern of people making constellations. So see, you've got the tail, the head, and the wings.
You know, I'm squinting. Like I see the vision. I see the
See,
vision.
you see
when I
the
squint.
vision. You see the vision. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like this is
I
the
can see-
mouth. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see.
sure.
I see.
Yes, I can see.
Well-
I can see the dots being connected.
That was the whole point of this exercise. I wanted to let you guys actually design what that constellation looks like. And
Woo!
here we go. I'm going to actually now screenshot it.
Oh, by the way, what
Oh.
happens when I cast a magic missile on one of the crystals?
Please don't.
I did say I.
It
casted a
reflects
magic-
right back at you, Rat. Directly right back at you. And as you light up these stars in the form of the dragon constellation, it activates a door at the far back wall. And inside, you find an ancient stone slab. And upon this ancient stone slab is what Lorena identifies as ancient Almanan writing. And it reads, "We once were a people of peace. We came to this world in search of a home. But mistakes wrought by us forced us to leave this world. Though we could not leave this world unprepared for what was to come. And so we left behind 7 ambassadors. They would live amongst your people and teach and prepare them. We have a name. In our tongue, we were the Alkanon. But to your people, we were the alchemists. This is but part of our story. Continue along the path and discover the rest of our story." And as you finish reading the stone slab, suddenly lights come on behind it, lighting up this massive cavernous chamber constructed of a metal that you've never seen before, but Lorena has. With hundreds of thousands of structures, small and large. It is like a massive underground ancient city. One of the ancient cities of the alchemists.
Oh, we found it now, boys.
Lorena says this metal she's seen in one place before. Depthar Trench.
Huh?
Is it pardon?
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you are standing here in awe of what you are seeing, what are you doing?
Uh,
So to clarify, the
Listen.
thing that lit up was the wall, or are we seeing through to a city?
You're seeing these like I don't know how to describe them. They look like stars, but but just hanging in midair, not attached to anything. And that those starlights are lighting up this massive underground chamber. This massive underground city. You are literally looking out on a massive underground city.
We're like on basically some kind of like balcony or something looking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
into this giant space. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oops.
Is
Go ahead.
Beth still see invisibility, seeing anything different or otherwise?
No, not in the
And
chamber. But
especially
as
like
your
that
eyes
we-
kind of glance towards the side, as you're kind of looking at everyone and everything, suddenly this shadow, you see this, but still you see this shadow move past and out into the city, and you hear. And so, you all once again do my job for me.
But I see the shadow.
Did the rest of us hear that?
Yes,
Hmm.
it's Xulgoth.
Yeah, no, I gathered. I'm gonna cast Force Barrage at the shadow.
And it's like, needless to say, Ada is definitely caught off guard by the sudden voice, so she more or less just gets into a much more defensive stance than she's typically used to.
Yeah, Beth still sees the shadow, hears the voice, and it is on site. 5th level Force Barrage.
At the sight of watching one of my party members fire, I guess I'll just shoot. I don't know. I have no idea what's
And-
going on. My
and-
buddy is using magic. I guess I'll fire too. Bang.
So, as you do that, you hear the voice say, "Huh? Usually we stay and chat before we start fighting."
I have no idea what's going on, but all I know is that my buddy over here just started blasting his magic. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here. All I know is I got an itchy trigger finger. I'm shooting.
Oh, you don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. You have just led me directly to the Black Aegis.
Huh?
Oh my God, Zell.
Well, whoever, or even whatever the fuck you are, why are you even here? And why do you even need the Black Aegis?
Do you even know what the Black Aegis is?
It's an Aegis that's black.
Admittedly, memory's a bit rusty. Been a while since the last time.
I'm so sorry for that stupid rebuttal.
Oh my, what are they teaching you in school?
What school?
I mean, hey. Hey, your blade talking to a drop out.
58 force damage for reference. If it hits.
Well,
For the on-site.
unfortunately, it's an auto hit with all the
Yeah.
missile spells. And then he says, "Ah, that tickled. Oh, and it would appear we have another guardian. Soma, I believe your name is?"
Nah,
can
that's
we
actually-
see him? Can we see him, or is he just a shadow?
He's just a shadow at the moment.
He's just a shadow. All right.
Actually, that one
very
there is
well.
a Doma.
I have to say, this form suits you a lot better than your previous color matching.
Yeah, but no, it's like kind of like at the mention of, I guess you say, the shadow seeing Soma as a guardian now. Like Ada would actually move closer towards Soma to kind of act as an impromptu bodyguard of sorts, just in case things go south.
Ah, that stings. Insulting my fashion sense, are we now?
A loud sniff. It's stolen valor. He's not a circus performer. He doesn't get to dress up as a ringmaster. This is Soma's circus background. She is very offended by this.
I mean, I'm not a cowboy, but I dress up like one. What you got against that?
I mean, hey, if anything, it shows off the cowardice of them.
Oh,
Does
That stings
Cauldron
even
know
more.
anything regarding Xulgoth or not?
You've heard of him from Crystal. You know that he's a very dangerous individual.
Okay. How high in the air is he currently from us?
He's kind of floating directly above the underground ancient city.
Yeah. Not what I asked.
That would be like several meters away from you.
Is he in
Long ways away.
Within 120 feet?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. That's too bad.
Oh, jeez.
Look, Cole was ready to, like, tackle this man.
oh,
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that at the moment. Not unless you want to take the chance of falling to your death.
I was going to use him as a body shield for the fall.
I mean, hey, if Cole can
Here.
chuck right into him, I mean, hey, it'll be funny.
Cole was
Funny way to go out.
more likely to survive the fall, considering he just mitigates 50 fall damage automatically.
Why are you here?
I thought you knew. To retrieve the Black Aegis.
What do you want it for?
Well, that's for me to know and you to find out.
No.
Yeah, what my spirit friend said.
And it's like, meanwhile, I'm trying to like think of any things for like Ada to say, but it's like 4 hours until I get 4 minutes until I got to an hour. But
He's not within 120 feet of us. So sad. That's so far away.
I can actually.
Is he, like, shouting?
Garage.
His voice is kind of echoing through this massive cavernous chamber.
Are there stairs or anything, like a pathway down into the city?
Yes, to both to the left and to the right.
Going to
Oh dear
just
gods.
start running down one of them.
How far of a drop
give me a
is it into the city?
Probably more than 120 feet if he's that far in.
Well, 'cause he's flying above, so he's not inside the city. He's flying over the city.
Yes.
So I'm just asking, from where we are down, how far down is the ground floor to the city? And or a rooftop?
Well, let's just say this. You have a very, very long stair climb ahead of you.
Oh
Not
no!
Right. Even was right. So I run down the right path.
Oh goodness!
Oh goodness. Oh dear. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh darn.
Yeah. I'm like thinking
And
about my
as you're
character would
doing
do.
that, Soma, bolts of black smoke come flying at you. He's kind of taking pot shots at you.
Yeah, at the sight of that, Rat is just going to
Specifically
skedaddle
Soma.
towards Soma. He's going to skedaddle towards Soma now.
As you come near me, Rat, I'm going to cast Endure on you. So you get an extra 5 temp HP. I don't even know why it made me roll that. Roll healing 5.
Yeah, Cole will follow those two. Do we know, we don't know exactly where the Black Aegis is within the city, correct?
Nope.
Jesus. So we're basically on a wild goose chase, but either way, I'm probably going to tune out for the night.
Okay. Good night, Ada.
Get some rest.
Night.
Yeah.
So now we're down to Basil, Shadow, and Elle.
Basil's jumping.
Oh. Okay, you know what's funny? I have a funny feat for this.
I had no idea my players were suicidal.
I have something funny.
When I get close to the ground, Bastil's going to use his Umbra wings and fly.
Oh, yeah.
And while he's falling, he's going to cast Locate for the object.
Dang. I could use this.
Well, here's the thing. As you cast Locate, you're getting several pings from different parts of the city. It's specifically about 7 different pings.
Okay. When he gets a gauge on where they are flying over the city, he will use Message, which is 500 feet, to inform the others of where the pings are so that they can try and search others as well.
Does Message allow you to say something back?
And Lorena says, the alchemists never do anything simple, do they?
Oh, no.
Brief response.
Yes, you can reply.
Okay, on that, Raz is like, what are we looking for? What are we looking for? I had no idea what's going on. I'm just running. I blasted. I'm lost.
Yeah, so we're running down into the city. So Xulgoth is taking pot shots at us. Do we have to
specifically you, Soma?
Specifically me.
Can I push Soma out of the way and take the shots for her?
Well, I have a specific feature to do that with Cold Draw.
The thing.
And he is...
Oh, with Cold.
Here's the thing. Rat, make a perception check.
Oh, no. Yeah, I got you. Give me a second.
Well, not terrible, but you do notice that each of the blasts seem to be missing her. Almost like he's missing her on purpose.
So I just took the shots for nothing. Thank you, Seth. Smiles.
Either way, in preparation, Coldra will be ready in case one does look like it's going to hit, and he's going to turn on his anti-magic, bro.
So, yeah, you think he's toying with you.
I just met the guy.
Yeah, this is Xulgoth for you. He likes to play games.
I have a lot of good just like distraction and hiding features, which I don't think is going to work particularly well with a search party that consists of 2 very large robots and 1 guy with a gun.
Hey, I'm a small guy
You're
with
a
a
you're a
gun.
very little guy with a gun.
Exactly.
and
It'll work
and a
out.
you know an Ada whose specialty is blowing things up.
To be fair, Bastille's like 7 feet. Coldra is like 12 feet.
Like, big boy.
He is a large creature.
This is me. My son is literally a rat in this situation.
Oh gods.
Okay, so we're racing down into the I'm just I think after the first few miss me and I flinch out of the way, I just stop ignoring them. It's kind of like if he hits me, he hits me. I'm just running.
Yeah, he's missing you on purpose.
The more time he's spending just firing pot shots at me, the more time I have to get down there before he does.
Good point. Yeah, it does seem he's toying with you.
And we just met, and I already hate this guy.
Yep, he's really hateable.
So, Cynthia wants to know if she can join in.
Yes, I.
Okay.
It seems everyone finds something different about him to hate.
Oh, my character does. I like the way this guy is just an unapologetic asshole.
Oh, hey, Sai.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello.
So,
I'm here to bomb the event.
yeah, Rod is here. Rod is
Barely.
probably running down the left-hand stairs as
All right, let
he
me look
notices that Xulgoth is firing blasts specifically at Soma, but missing her on purpose.
Yo, I need my rematch.
Well, he's currently more than 120 feet away in the air.
I can. Fuck. Oh, sorry.
Can you fly?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
Superman?
I need to look at my items.
You know what, Seth? If my other character were here, if Zoe
I
had been
believe I
introduced,
can
yet,
fly.
Ron could fly.
I do not have. Wait. I can teleport up there. I will fall
but then-
immediately when I can't
then
get
die.
up there. He'd live.
Flat.
Pretty sure I've catfall on a bunch of feats to let me take fall damage.
So yeah, to catch you up to speed, as soon as Soma entered this chamber with the stone pedestal, everything lit up and wind started swirling around her, and it was revealed that she is the guardian of wind.
Ooh.
And everything in this room it was responding to her because it's all alchemist technology.
Okay.
And they had to solve this puzzle where they had to move these crystals that were corresponding to stars on a star map hologram next to it.
We invented a constellation.
Well, they
Yo.
created the constellation for Dragon. The Dragon
Awesome,
constellation.
okay.
They've created the design for the Dragon constellation.
We invented a constellation that has existed all along.
You invented the design for it.
And then the door opens, and then we were in a giant underground chamber looking out over this big city, and Xulgoth showed up.
And you read this stone stone slab on this like balcony looking out over this this massive underground city that said, "We once were a people of peace. We came to this world in search of a home, but mistakes wrought by us forced us to leave this world. Though we could not leave this world unprepared for what was to come. And so we left behind 7 ambassadors. They would live amongst your people and teach and prepare them. We have a name. In our tongue, we were the Elkanon. But to your people, we were the alchemists. This is but part of our story. Continue along the path and discover the rest of our story. And that's when Xulgoth
right.
showed up.
As I'm running, are there like other stone slabs that I'm just racing by trying not to get hit?
No.
I don't think
Okay.
now's the time to start raiding there.
I just, I figured I'd ask.
You are currently being assaulted by. I
Might
don't
have
even
taken
know
the
what
wrong
that
path.
thing is.
Hey, if Ron's going down the left side, look out for stone slabs. Or
You
some
need to
kind
get
of
your
carving or anything.
I thought I was supposed to be the crazy one here.
Yeah, they're racing to find the Black Aegis in this massive underground city.
Oh, Bastille just stepped off a
Bastille
cliff.
floated up. Yeah, Bastille jumped off a cliff. Bastille floated above the city to try to cast Locate. And, well, it worked, but then didn't. Because it found 7 different pings in different parts of the city.
Oh.
And that's what Loretta said. The alchemists never do anything simple, do they?
Is she behind Soma and Rat, or is she behind
She's
Ron?
behind Shadow. She's behind Soma and Rat, yeah.
In the message, Bastille would mention to, even if they don't find what they think is the object, if they find something there to grab it, in case it's like sectioned out into 7 pieces.
That's absolutely what I think is the case.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's sectioned out or if there's decoys.
Oh, it's a
Do
scavenger
we-
hunt.
Do we want to
Bastille
split
is
up,
gonna-
or
The alchemists never do anything simple.
do we want to split up, or do we want to try just go one by one?
I mean, I've got a 60-foot move speed. I could cover a lot of ground and look for things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Only
stick
the
by
city is
Soma just in
massive.
case.
To give you a sense of scale, you know the size of Kalrun? This is like 3 times the size of Kalrun.
Oh my goodness.
I'll have to move pretty fast.
Who had any idea something this big was underneath the sands of Almana?
Bastille's staying to where he can see Xulgoth, so that if it looks like Xulgoth's veering off to go get it himself, Bastille's gonna follow.
Yeah, but, Xulgoth is, at least the shadow that you see, is still taking pot shots directly at Soma and missing her on purpose.
Yeah, Rat
Okay,
will
so
stick
at
by
what
Soma.
point does that become difficult because there's like buildings in the way?
Cole's
Oh,
gonna
he doesn't
take-
care if he hits the buildings.
No,
It's gonna-
no, I mean, like, at what point am I no longer in line of sight of him? Is really what I'm going for.
When you get down into the city,
Okay.
which is a very, 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 very long ways.
Cole's gonna take a hit from one of them directly and see if it's just an illusion.
This sounds like
Okay.
my kind of bad idea.
Cole's got 160 health to work with.
16 void damage.
I don't take any because he can't target with me direct spells because my anti-magic aura. But I now know it's
Well,
real.
or not.
Question.
It would fizzle up before
Is
it
it-
hit you.
If
I
it
knew
wasn't
that.
aiming at you, is that targeting you with a direct spell?
Yeah, if you're getting in the way of it, I feel like it might still hit you. If it's based on intention, at least.
By the way, it takes an action to turn on your aura.
Yeah, I had mentioned earlier I turned it on.
Okay. So, Soma, make sure you're not within 5 feet of him.
Yeah, running.
Huh? This is just a rat becomes confused at every single word.
I can't even blame him.
He never met Xulgoth, so this is his first time meeting him. And apparently already hates him.
Yeah.
And then it's at another point, as you get down into the city, Soma, but still, you can still see the shadow up there, still blasting toward her. As you get down into the city, Soma, suddenly Xulgoth appears directly behind you and kind of grabs onto you for a second with his knife. Hi, up close and personal at last. And Shadow, you have a chance to shoot him. Take a shot.
Oh, okay. Do I just roll to hit or I just shoot?
Yeah, roll to hit. Let's see if you hit.
Bang.
You hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, okay.
One isn't bad.
21 damage. He takes that in the back and then he disappears. And he says, that tickled.
Before he does that, before he disappears, I'm going to cast Deceiver's Cloak at, if I can. Well, oh, wait, because it's a focus spell, it's already heightened to 5th level.
Yep.
So I'm going to cast it to look like a Quatrican girl. The description that I read of a Quatrican girl named Kyrus.
Kyrene.
No, the girl that he was friends with from the diary.
Why would you do this to him?
Because I wanna mess him up. I want to at least startle him.
He's either going to be hurt and we will die. I like this.
I love this.
I want him to let go.
I love this. Soma, take a story point.
Oh no.
Soma, you have a story point.
As soon as he lets go, I'm turning into my fox form and running away.
So you actually managed to startle him for just a second. And he lets go.
And I'm a fox and off.
Can Coldra try and grapple him?
Sure. Go. Try for it. You can try for it.
Cool. As mentioned before, I've been giving my Dreamlight stance up and the Vision of Foresight up, so I am going to use that on this so I can roll twice and take the better result.
Okay.
Thank God I did that. Thank God I did that. Oh, thank God I did that.
Thank the gods you did that. So 28 still unfortunately doesn't work, but at least it's not a critical failure.
Does anything happen when he gets within 5 feet of me with my anti-magic aura?
Yeah, actually, it disappears. He disappears.
Aura? Oh,
fate.
Because now you learn. Now you find out. Now someone tells you
Huh?
Xulgoth has the ability to create astral projections.
Now, why did no one tell us about this? He's gonna look at Cole. He's gonna shake his head and then just look around now.
I assume Soma kind of yells that on the message or something. By the way, you can create astral projections.
Yeah, you hear just a little too late, just like a message going, "Don't bother. So it's an astral projection. He's just going to disappear."
Messages back. Oh, that would have been nice. Oh, that would have been nice.
Why do you think
that
I
would have
ran
been nice to
away?
know. I just assumed it was. I just assumed it was because he was after you.
That's fair.
And this is why I specifically pointed out. This is why I specifically pointed out that Basil still could see the shadow firing pot shots at her.
Yeah.
At the same time as that projection appeared. He could be in multiple places at the same time.
But very much bull in a china shop. Cole is just following Soma. Anything that's in the way is no longer in the way.
Okay,
Right, it's just following right behind too. His little feet just going. Yeah.
you take 14 bludgeoning damage as you run directly into this very thick metal wall that just knocks you back.
Okay.
And Lorena says, "Oh, by the way, this metal is impenetrable, even to Gola."
Why does everyone here slow the uptake? I've been here for a couple of weeks. I just don't. That dude up there, or whatever he is, he's a jerk. My big friend over here, he's got mollywop piece of metal. This is not a good day for me.
Is it the same day that Ran has gotten shot?
No, that was a couple of days ago.
Darn.
He's been here for like a total of 3 days.
Yeah, and you've already injured one of your party members.
Yeah, great job.
That's fine. The gun giveth and the gun taketh away.
I'm sure Elle was laughing your butt off when that came up on the stream.
Yes. Yes.
Poor Ron.
I mean, hey, if everything looks like a target, and you have a gun.
Yeah.
Just saying.
People who think that should not have guns.
Okay, so question. Because I've
There's
never
something
tried
I can say
to do
about that, but I'm not going to.
In my fox form, can I use spells?
Well, yes and no. You can use ones that don't need your hands.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
But of course, that doesn't come up on any of the spells anymore, does it?
It doesn't. Yeah, I was trying to see what the requirements were for any of these, and besides,
yeah, they
the ones that are
they
like
took that
it
out.
requires, whatever. It doesn't actually say in here.
Yeah, they took that out.
Okay. Well, as that was mostly checking to see if I could have done message as as a fox. Which since it just says you mouth words quietly, just imagine the fox from Antichrist saying chaos reigns, but what came out was, oh, he's,
I'm just expecting a fox
Anyway,
screaming silently.
Yes. Yes. I am so glad because I feel like that's always the joke that I make about like the noble cry of the fox, and it's like the
Yeah.
shriek.
It's just a horrible scream.
So Soma,
Horrible
tell us,
scream.
what does the fox say?
But still, you can
good
score
night,
a point.
everybody.
Everybody's headphones.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Rip headphone users.
You're welcome, headphone users.
R.I.P. my neighbor.
Why did Shadow leave?
Oh, I killed his head.
Because I've done 50 psychic damage to everyone in the call.
Yeah, so I'm just running in as straight a line as I can, being a tiny creature now, towards the closest of the spots that Bastille described to us.
Yeah, I wonder if a Cole, being as large as he is, can keep up.
Well, my suggestion, I'm going to message you and just be like, find one of the other ones. Because I am just like, I'm going through holes in fences. I'm going under, buildings. I'm going.
Unfortunately, if you
direction.
Unfortunately, if you tried message Cole, his anti-magic goes both ways and it doesn't reach him.
And I'm going to message Rat and say that.
Gotta be fair on all sides.
Poor Ron, nobody loves
Ron
him.
went down the other stairway.
Yeah, Ron's already on the other.
Yeah, Ron went down the other stairway, so
Wait, what was the message?
You're heading towards go ahead.
Go further into the city, and I indicate whichever, the one I'm not headed to would be. We got this. Because Zeal's with me.
Rod, you
big guy.
head. Go ahead.
So, I was like, hey, big guy, looks like we got to find some things. I have no idea what's going on. Anyways, let's go. I have a climb speed. I just realized this as well.
Oh, God.
That's cool.
So, Rod, you head towards one of the pings that Bastille gave you. And as you get to it, another Xulgoth projection shows up directly in your way. Oh boy!
I love these guys. I'm gonna get my head blown off.
Oh boy! I
How far is
it? He's about 30 feet ahead of you.
Alright, I close that in like a second and punch him. Yeah, make a strike.
He's breaking the rules.
Make a melee strike.
What do you mean I'm breaking the rules? I move 30 feet a second.
No, I mean, you're supposed to let him talk first, and then you punch
Hell
him.
no, he almost killed me last time. I want to fight. 36?
36 is going to hit.
Right. 18 points of damage. I punch harder than a gun.
18 points of damage. He says, oh, that tickled. Weren't you going to say hi first?
That is me saying hi, my friend.
I don't like your greetings very well.
Unfortunate. Would you like to treat me in kind?
I would.
All right. That does hit. Does not crit.
Does not crit.
Oh,
I will take the damage.
And that
Oh,
is
I
from
don't have
his
a token.
sword cane.
Ooh. All right. Down to 82. Hurts a little bit.
So this
I
is how
apologize.
friends say hi. That is very interesting.
It's how I say hi to friends that don't exactly treat others like friends. If you don't mind, I have a place to be, and I am going to warp step 120 feet away. Which is a teleportation effect.
And
knows
he
where I am
teleports with
regardless,
you.
but-
He teleports with you.
Should we dance?
Shall we dance?
Yes, shall.
Right. Can I hit him again?
Yes, go for it.
Alright, I just cast a spell, so Psy Strike should be up. I can find the effect. Sorry, I need a quick moment. Oh, right, I don't have a token, so I can't click that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make a flurry, making 2 strikes. Do you want me to do it with MAP or not?
Yes.
Alright. New turn or previous? Or current?
We'll say current.
Alright. Add a +6. That's not hitting. This one probably isn't either.
Yep,
No.
both missed.
Alright.
You missed.
Ron's just gonna give him a shit-eating smile and shrug.
And back with Coldra and Rat.
hi. How you doing?
Hi. So, what are the Gola and the Goblin doing?
Running.
We're looking, I guess.
Whichever
Bro-
be the next closest.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the fox told me, "Hey, look for this." Bastille told me, "Hey, watch out for this guy." I'm like, "Okay, fine. Whatever we're looking for that."
And then yeah, Bastille's going to one as well.
And suddenly another Xulgoth projection appears just as Coldra is running toward it. And then it disappears as it gets within 5 feet of it.
You know, you're really a handy fellow to have around there, Coldra.
Appreciated.
Anything for you, big guy. Thumbs up. Just skedaddles.
Coldra tell, like, as far as the magic goes when feeling dissipate around him, does this seem like it's direct astral projection? Like in the case of any time astral projection gets dispelled, they're making a save, or not really?
You're not entirely sure.
Okay. Yeah, since usually if you dismiss their astral projection, like, forcibly, they have to make a save or they just die.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure. You being Coldra, you wouldn't you've just met him, so you don't know that much about his abilities.
Fair enough.
So Cauldra wouldn't know. Basil might.
Yes. Cauldra will relay that, like, the fact that they're getting dispelled to, Rat, so that if someone messages Rat again, they can convey it to the others.
Okay. And Soma,
no.
you make it to the very first ping.
Okay.
And what are you doing as you arrive here?
I think Zeal and I start sniffing around, and I guess, where are we first when we get to the area that this deal described?
You are deep in the city, towards the center of the city. And as you're sniffing around here, it really feels very eerie to you. You're in the middle of the city and it's completely abandoned.
Are there like, does it seem like the city was destroyed or like attacked or something, or just that it was absolutely abandoned?
It was absolutely abandoned.
So there's like, we like go through someone's house and there's like
Yeah.
bowls on the table or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Just covered in massive layers of dust. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's like a ghost town on a massive scale.
And the center of the city where I am, is it like am I in an area that's like that's like residential or like palaces, or what? More like museums or office buildings, or like what kind of buildings am I near, running around?
Hold on.
Oh. Oh no.
So, you're running through what looks like what was like apartments or houses, and then kind of office buildings. Just various different types of buildings.
And nothing stands out to me.
Nothing's really standing out to you. But then you start getting that very familiar scent that kind of makes you turn up your nose.
Hide.
Oh, are we playing hide and seek? I
Yes,
love
I am
this
under
game.
a building. I'm under a building. I'm under someone's front porch. I'm hiding.
Oh, I love this game. Let's play.
I love him.
And I hear him step over to a wall, and you hear him start counting. 1, 2, 3,
I'm
4.
gonna cast Mad Monkeys. The spell that doesn't quit. Look, I've got focus spells and I know how to use them. Yeah, I'm gonna have them do Raucous Din. It's not casting. It's telling me I don't have 3rd level spell slots to cast it, but that's like not how this works. So I don't understand what's going on here. But Raucous Din is the monkeys screech loudly, potentially deafening creatures in the spell's area. Each creature must attempt a Fortitude save. Yeah, my DC is, my DC. But then I'm going to run the other direction. So just kind of like that. Even if this doesn't deafen him, even if it doesn't have the spell effect, I'm hoping to at least use it as a distraction.
Oh, we're playing multiple games, are we? I love this game.
I love you. This is the best part of
You
the
can't
campaign.
see this audience, but because there's probably a reason why I shouldn't show the Discord chat on stream. Probably many reasons why I shouldn't.
Imagine Link accessing a treasure chest and inside is a laser gun.
So,
there you go.
As
Beautiful.
Soma is playing hide and seek and probably
As
tag,
someone's fighting for her life.
Yeah.
She's playing hide and seek and tag with with Xulgoth. Oh, that's funny. You kind of posted it twice. We go back to Bastille. And Bastille, you haven't yet another encountered with yet another projection.
Cool. Dispel magic. Ain't got time for this shit.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Oh, that's scary.
It seems to be something specific about the anti-magic aura that's doing it.
What about Bastille's nowhere near Cultra?
Yeah.
So what anti-magic aura are you referring to?
You mean that it was the anti-magic aura that was dispelling them before?
Yes. It was something specific about that aura that was doing it.
Well, he's got a bigger fish to fry. He's just flying past Xulgoth. These projections' whole point are to keep them from getting the things he assumes.
Oh, we're playing more games. I love you guys. So many games, so much fun. Soma, you got to the ping and then were distracted by Xulgoth showing up and apparently playing games with you.
Yep. And then I ran away, but I'm still hunting for the thing. Wherever it may be. Trying to find it.
Make a perception check.
Dodge Xulgoth.
Make sure Xulgoth doesn't find you.
Can I roll for Zeal to help me as well?
Yeah, at the same time, please make a sneak check.
Okay. So this is Zeal helping me, which probably doesn't succeed.
Probably
he has the
does.
same perception, but no, he has a lower perception from me. So this one definitely doesn't help. And then a sneak check. Hold on. I need to check if I have something for that. I've got something for sneaking, but it might not be this. It's not this. I have sneaking, or if I'm following somebody. That's it.
25. Oh, I enjoy this game.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna burn a story point to re-roll that stealth check.
Okay.
You're
I
gonna
can
roll
get
a
it.
2.
I was lower. Rude.
Sorry.
Slightly lower. Oh, I love this game. I found you.
20
Oh, wait. It's just your
26
pet.
was his 26. Do you want me to roll a stealth check for Zeal as well?
He found Zeal, and then Zeal ran off.
Okay. That was Zeal's perception check, by the way.
Zeal's was terrible.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
were you rolling for Zeal? I thought I was supposed to roll for Zeal. Sorry.
I didn't roll anything. That was you.
No, because Zeal has a different stealth than I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zeal's perception was supposed to be that 24, but actually it should have been a 21. So his perception was lower.
Yeah, I was doing that kind of just for
Okay. Sorry.
theatrics.
I don't want my old fox to die.
Zeal ran off.
Resummon him.
I know.
Zeal ran off, and you get the sense he didn't really care too much about Zeal. He's not interested in Zeal. He's interested in you.
I know. I'm terrified.
So, why did you leave the 2 people that could protect you behind?
Because you're looking for something else.
Fair enough.
And it doesn't. It's fine. It's fine. If I die, I die.
I am absolutely
backup
expecting to die.
Alrighty, so I'm looking for this thing.
You guardians provide me with so much entertainment.
I'm running around. I'm a fox. I'm looking for this thing, hiding under houses. He hasn't caught me yet. What am I seeing? I'm sniffing around for this thing. Where could it be?
You're not seeing anything.
Not seeing anything. Not seeing anything.
You're starting to get the sense it was a decoy.
Okay. Alrighty. Then I'm gonna start running back towards where I hear the giant robot crunching through the city.
Oh, I'm so dead.
And Rod is having a bit of a fight while
He's
running.
having the time of his life, and it'll be the last time of his life.
Ah.
Do you take a shot at him? He takes a shot at you.
Exactly. Ow. My hands are too oily from chicken wings to open up my drink. Shut up, I'm weak.
Aw.
I got it. Alright, so is it back to me?
Yeah, go ahead. Take another shot at him.
Gonna enter into my stance first, move a bit more gracefully, as water seems to flow as I strike.
Okay.
Are we like just standing off, or are we like fighting as we're running?
You're like fighting as you're running. It's
Yes.
it's like an amazing scene.
All right. In that case, let me apply my stance. I'm gonna try to trip him up.
I think someone's a little more successful than that.
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
No,
oh, you meant oh.
I think she's a little more successful than that.
If this athletics check to trip fails, I'm gonna story point it. I'm expecting it to fail.
Yeah, it fails. He disappears, then reappears on the other side. It's
Oh, I can't even try again. What a jerk! All right, I'm gonna kick him twice. One. Oh, that probably doesn't hit. Alright, either of these relatively low rolls hit.
Nope.
Alright, that's my 3 actions. Cast the spell that kills me, GM. Do it!
He takes another shot at you with his sword cane.
Xulgoth is that type of guy.
Miss.
29. Miss.
Yeah. Just barely a miss. I'm able to lean back out of the way.
And then back to Rat and Coldra.
Good luck, Rat.
I have no idea what's going on, bro. I'm looking. Me and the big guy are looking for things.
Yeah, once in a while, a projection appears, and you get a chance to fire at him. He's staying actually well away from Coldra now.
Oh, can I just? Would Coldra allow Rat to ride on him? I mean the other way around.
That would be an interesting sight. A goblin riding a Gola.
Yeah. Would they or what?
I
Would
mean,
and Coldra allow that?
yeah, I mean, Coldra doesn't have a problem with it.
Alright, I mean, like,
The
each
first
time you
group
see...
of...
as soon as Xulgoth, like, starts projecting outside of, like, Coldra's, anti-magic field, Ryder's just gonna be like, so, Coldra, do you mind if I hop on your back? This guy's getting a little annoying. Like, meanwhile, like, we're still running. Like, keep in mind, we're, like, running around and looking for things.
Are you tired of playing games?
No, not
Pity.
really. It's just that we have something important to do, and you're just always there. And like, I have a cheat code to win this battle, literally with this big giant man thing. I apologize, Coldra. I don't mean no offense by that.
Which part was offensive?
It's just that I have no idea what you identify as: giant man, big robot man, metal man.
My name is Coldra Zurich Savell.
Coldra, down the ear, Zolmazak. Gotcha.
You probably mangled that.
On purpose,
Absolutely.
yeah. It was canon. But yeah, as soon as Xulgoth drops, he's just like, what can he do? Like, unironically, like, what? I'm on. So, yeah, we're looking around.
They will make perception checks. As you do get to one of the pings. And Basil, make a perception check.
Okay. Coldra is going to use another vision of foresight to help his perception check. Just in case. Yeah, he might not need it, but just in case. And then Bastille's perception check for where he's at.
Ooh.
I'll use a story point.
I'm sure you will.
Oh,
And it was worth it.
It was worth it. Very worth it. So, but still, what you find is a crystal in a stone slab similar to what you saw upstairs.
Okay.
And as you approach it, a hologram appears of something that looks kind of similar, actually, to Cauldra, but very, very different. And it speaks. What you are searching for is not here. It was taken somewhere else. Continue along the path.
Does it say anything else or indicate, like, if
Nope.
it's referring to... Okay. Is there any sort of image in the hologram? Like,
Yes, actually. It shows you a map.
if he can find a way to, like, turn this off while he's grabbing it, he will do such because he doesn't want Xulgoth to get the chance to see it before they can take it somewhere safer to look at it.
Does Basil have a very good memory?
What
I
you have
mean-
is the motion recorder.
I know I've got the motion recorder. My concern with recording what it shows is that,
Being stolen.
yeah. So, I mean, Bastille has a great memory for what he remembers. It's a weird question to ask when you're
Yeah.
an amnesia.
Yeah. Do you think he could remember what he sees here?
I would like to think so, between, like, his ability to glean contents, eye for numbers, and things like that. Like, I specifically took the skill feats he has in mind, between automatic writing, eye for numbers, and glean contents, with the
Okay.
idea that he can look at an area and discern the immediate information he needs.
Okay. So you could just do that and then quickly touch it to turn it off.
Okay.
So you remember what it showed. You remember the map. You're not sure where it is yet, but you remember the map. And you can probably point it out when you can actually go look at a world map.
Yep, and he's fully scooping up this tablet and crystal and taking it with him.
Unfortunately, you can't. It's stuck. Do you want to try to destroy it?
No, but I will cast Safe Passage around it.
Cast Safe Passage around it.
Basically, just make a hallway basically under it, so that it's the ground is no longer there around it.
Interesting.
Because I don't imagine Safe Passage would be able to get
Yeah.
rid of the existence of objects.
Yeah. So that's an interesting way to toy back with Xulgoth. I say that as Soma is literally playing hide and seek with him.
Marco Polo, Marco Polo.
Culture and Rat are just there. It reminds me of that meme, Ron's drawing in the background. This ain't about him.
So, do you relay to the others, Bastille, that you have found something?
He will relay that through message, yes. But
Okay.
that he's unsure if there might be other stuff at the other locations or not. And let them determine whether they want to try looking or not. I assume with Coldra's 33, he didn't see anything where he's at.
No.
Okay.
But
I saw
Soma,
nothing as well.
you could make another perception check as you're searching around while trying to hide from Xulgoth.
Sorry. Me. Perception. Let's go.
A little better. You find a golden box underneath a house as you're trying to hide from Xulgoth, which catches your eye because it's very different from the colors of everything else. Like the metal walls are like a very dark blue. So you might have some complaints about design color choices here.
No, see, it's just about circus-related things. This is not circus-related, so I have no judgment.
Okay. So you find this golden box. And as you nudge up to it, your nose kind of touches it for a second, and then it reacts to you. And it opens. And inside, you find an amulet of a very unusual design that you have never seen before. Very unusual design that you've never seen before.
What is the design like?
It's like a like a turquoise gem surrounded by this like mosaic design. With it kind of looks like shards of mirror, but of many different colors.
I am going to sniff it, and then I'm going to pick it up, and I'm hoping that if I put it on, it goes like if I scoop my little fox head through it, it goes where all of the rest of my clothes went.
Yes, it will do that.
And then I'm gonna keep running. And if at any point I get cornered by Xulgoth again, let me know. Because I have a thing.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep running. I'm still heading towards where I think Coldra and Rat are wandering around.
You get cornered once again by Xulgoth. Ah, I found you! I guess I win this little game of hide and seek.
Going to cast Mirror's Misfortune. And one of me runs off in one direction, and the other of me runs off in the other direction.
Ah, more games. I love this world.
Why does he want to destroy it?
Zolgoth doesn't make sense.
Non-canon. You know what? I understand what he means.
And then you hear him up against a wall counting again.
That's evil. I love him.
Yeah. He's such a jerk. I like him. Character hates him, but the above board player loves him.
We love to hate him.
Yep.
So that's about all you could find as you're continuously getting harassed by Xulgoth. Someone found something interesting that's responding to her, and still found what you think was what you needed to find. And luckily he left a trap for Xulgoth. So you all eventually decide to head on out and leave Xulgoth to scour this place for what he is looking for on his own. No more games for Xulgoth, unfortunately.
I do want to play a game with him for one thing, though.
I didn't
So,
really leave it.
Maybe you'll
trap
get a
for
chance to
Xulgoth.
play a game with him sometime later.
Yeah,
I didn't
unfortunately.
really leave a trap for Xulgoth.
Well,
I took the thing that he was going to be looking for.
oh well, that you put a trap hole there.
So
could
the purpose of the safe passage was so that like the ground around the tablet was gone, so that I could just yoink the whole tablet.
So that is where we're going to end this session. And we actually managed to finish an episode in one session.
Yay!
Level up, level up.
Level up.
Yes, actually, you all will be leveling up to 11th level.
Wow!
Yay!
I have no idea what I get, but that's cool.
Yep, that's cool. Just, so I will probably want to make sure Rat does not get a laser gun.
Yeah.
Please, it's such a big mistake.
No, please. That's what I was hoping for. No, my dream.
I'm not gonna stop him if you give it to him.
Can't stop him if it's a level up feature.
Exactly. Look, on the level 11, you have a laser gun. Rat
So-
is a specific for a rat. Once he
Thank
reaches
you.
level 11, he has a laser gun.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Mystimon Saga and more insanity. Catch us next time in 2 weeks. On July 11th. And Elle, have a very pleasant vacation.
Thank you.
Enjoy your
We
vacation.
expect
Bye.
photos.
Yes.
Yes.
Lots
It'd be
of
so funny
photos.
to take a home in every port for Bastille. just has party crasher in a home in every port, is allowed to live anywhere.
So, see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Bye.